Hey everyone, it's waycic on the secondary channel this time, and I wanted to make a bit of a video about Belle Delphine, and you might be wondering, well, why the fuck would you make a video on Belle Delphine? She's a horrible person, you might say, and a lot of people, and trust me, I've seen a lot of people that be horny for her, especially my Discord server, but I just wanted to talk for a second. This is unscripted, but I just wanted to say she is a god at satire. Now, if I really think she is doing it purely for the satire, but let's talk about Filthy Frank for a second. Now, if you've been on the internet for more than a minute, or more than a year at least at this point, you know that Filthy Frank is probably one of the most offensive YouTubers on the internet, and he has horrible mindsets, and that's what he comes off as, really. But it was all a joke. All of it was for satire. And if you don't know what satire is, it's basically taking the piss in the joke. As in, like, whatever, acting serious, or whatever, for the joke of acting serious. Like, take a look at AVGN, if any of you have ever seen him. He rages and pisses and fucks himself at a game, at just bad fucking video games. And that's the satire. It's 'cause that's the joke. It's the joke of acting like something like this, because it's just so funny. Now look at Filthy Frank. I'm genuinely serious at this. Filthy Frank acted so offensive because that was the joke. It was so funny to see a fucking idiot on the internet just be so offensive and just be so mean in general. And you could see in his channel description, and I'm pretty sure it reads, Filthy Frank is the embodiment of everything a person should not be. He wrote that himself. He played the character of Filthy Frank. The character of Filthy Frank is a horrible, racist, sexist. Basically, he offended everyone on the internet, and that's what got him popular. For the joke of it. Yeah, it's a bit hard to think of, but it's probably not even allowed in 2020 anymore. But he genuinely did all of this for the joke, because it's so funny, right? And take a look at Belle Delphine. Look at all of her content and tell me that, except with their older beauty content that was directed at the Facebook people, quote unquote, look at her, right? And you can see that she's basically she's most likely doing all of this. She's probably the Filthy Frank of OnlyFans, as in she's putting on the joke because it's funny as hell just to see that. Even though she does actually, like, show her, you know what I mean, nipples and, you know what I mean, all that type of shit. She doesn't show her vagina from what I can tell, but she's genuinely a god at it. You could see, if it's all a joke, which I really much assume it is, you could tell, and you can see her on like other interviews and stuff, but I really just think that that's the whole joke. She's playing the character of Belle Delphine. I don't think that's her actual name, from what I can tell. That's probably just a screen name. And I've just recently seen her, you know what I mean? I've recently seen, she just made a new music video called Eat My Ass or some shit. I don't know. Where she's basically half nude and she has, you know what I mean, the sticker, she has like the tape on her, you know, breasts and shit. And they say fuck me and all that type of shit. But I really think it's just for the joke of being like that. Because it's funny as hell. To anybody else that's, like, not horny for her, including me. I'm not really fucking horny for her, I'll be completely honest. It's just so funny to see someone do that on the internet. Like, pretty much, genuinely. Go look at my main channel, for example. I make the shittiest of the shit posts, but that's the joke. They're so shit that they end up being funny to some people. They're not funny to me. It's just that they're funny to some people, and that just makes no sense. It's crazy. I just think she is genuinely a god at satire. And I know I'm 4 minutes into the video, but it's just really hard. Compare her to Filthy Frank. Filthy Frank put on everything as a joke, everything, and came out at the end on top because of the amazing character he played. Belle Delphine, if she ever decides to quit being the character of Belle Delphine, she'd be regarded as a master on the internet for getting so many people horny and making people feel like it. Like Belle Delphine bathwater. Come on, that's easy bait for anybody on the internet. She takes her break, comes back, and you know what I mean? It's just, It's really, she is a god at satire, in my opinion. And I'm sorry that I took 5 minutes, and I said that on the 5 minute mark. I'm sorry that it took 5 minutes to get to the point, but she's genuinely a god at it, in my opinion. She pulls everything, she makes her jokes the funniest as possible. Obviously funny to anybody else that doesn't see it horny. It's funny as hell to me for her doing that and acting like the whole OnlyFans satirical god, really. Because you have to buy her OnlyFans or buy her Patreon or whatever the fuck. The Patreon is probably the easiest thing to compare to it. But I just honestly think it's really funny. It's genuinely funny as hell. And that's my take on it. It's been waycic. I'll see you on the next one.